Take care of you.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new video, and today I will be showing you how I edit my videos. So first of all, I am of course adding in all the clips, and then I put them on the timeline, if you get what I mean. I put them into the, what is it called again? I forgot, the tracks, and then I just try to edit the intro a bit, make the transition between the actual intro, like the one with the closer song, you know, and the beginning of the video with the actual voice, make it smooth and that kind of stuff. I crop the beginning as well, and here you see how I am cropping it. Over here you can see as well that I'm putting away a bit of the video and the sound, because I want the sound to be immediately after the other clip, not just a second with no audio, because it's gonna sound really weird. Here you see me editing the hair part and that kind of stuff, and there was some weird sounds in here, so I really had to mute a few things so you wouldn't hear that. And I also made a few mistakes in what I was trying to say, because my native language is not English, so yeah, I didn't really know how to say some things. I was just checking out the hairstyles right over here, and I think in a second I'm buying it as well. There you also saw that weird thing that happened when I left the shop. That was really weird. Anyway, here we are with a little review and picking out our cap and that kind of stuff. And there, the music was too loud. It was when I do a part in which I use no voice, if you get what I mean, I pump up the background music. So that's what I did there, and it wasn't necessary, so I took it away. I'm seriously editing that one part with the horse right now, the horse that was flying there. It was really weird. I was I've seen this several times, but SSO, didn't you still fix it? What is going on? Didn't you still? Haven't you still not? I think that's better to say. Have you still not? English lessons with Isa. My English isn't that amazing. Trying to do a voiceover is really hard. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, here's the Hello Darkness My Old Friend part. I'm adding a black and white on there, and I'm adding a zoom. I'm adding the music, which I will put a link to down below in the description box. Here I am adding the beep sound after it, because that's also really important. I'm cutting off the first part because it kind of sounds really weird and it's not really a beep thing. So after that, I added these few clips, and I made a lot of mistakes here, so I had to cut out a lot. And there you see a YouTuber I'm subscribed to, Geo. I'm Dutch, so yes, I do watch Dutch YouTubers as well. And then I'm putting question marks, but in the end I decided I didn't like this, so I'm just gonna take this out in a second. If you're there was something up with the fairy, and yeah, I deleted it because I didn't like it. Here is me running towards the iceberg, and again here I'm taking out a bit of the audio because I made a mistake there as well. Here I'm editing the part on the iceberg, which I loved. I love the iceberg. I wasn't able to buy anything on the iceberg like last year because last year I was still really poor. So I got a few seals and they're so cute. I'm really happy with them. And here I was talking, or like not complaining, but like talking about the boots problem and just kindly asking SSO to fix it. I sent a mail to them as well with some bugs. Like I reported some bugs and I really hope they're glad I did because I love helping the SSO team out. And again, here I was struggling with some sound issues since I had my microphone very loud and it was really weird, you know? Oh, here I went into SSO to do a little voiceover, that's right, because the clip was really weird and I said something really weirdly in a weird way, so I decided to do a little voiceover there. And of course, here I am adjusting the clip to the sound. That's way better, like, you know, that's not that you have like a few seconds of no sound. And here I made a mistake. I said it was chestnut first, but then I corrected myself and said it was bay, but it's chestnut, and I feel really stupid for doing that, so sorry about that. Here I'm taking out my chestnut Morgan and changing the main style because I wasn't really into the braids anymore and I thought it was the amazing and the best occasion to do that. Here is just me talking and telling you guys a bit. And by the way, if you want to see this video, there will be a little card in the upper right corner if you want to see that. And again, here I added a voiceover with the exact same text though, because the voice was kind of cracky and it wasn't really nice to listen to, so I made a voiceover. Here I am doing the outro and I'm cutting the clips a bit, like I'm cropping them so it looks as nice as the intro. And here I said something wrong and I said latest, but I actually meant last. So yeah, sorry about that again. Yes, here is the outro, and I was struggling a lot with the flash on the outro. I really couldn't. I really couldn't. Okay, now I'm searching up the clip from Mistfall, which I put into my video, and here you see me like putting it into Sony Vegas as well and cutting it out. I of course took away the sound because I used my own background music as the sound for this clip, which I thought was pretty fitting, so why not, I guess. Here I am selecting everything to make it like, how do you call that? Like it's now like next to the clip, you know? It doesn't take 20 seconds before it gets to the next clip. Okay, now I reopen Sony Vegas because sometimes it is kind of buggy and then I render it. Okay, so let's now get on to the thumbnails. First of all, you see me picking a picture here and brightening it up a bit and also putting up like, how do you call that? I'm not entirely sure, but here you see me correcting the boots because I thought it was really necessary to do that because they didn't really look flattering, you know? Now I'm adding in the lens flare and I was struggling here a lot as well because I really didn't know how to do it, you know? There we go, a lens flare on there and cropping the picture even more. And then let's get on to adding text. Okay, so I've gotten a lot of questions on how I do these Star Stable logos on my thumbnails, and I will be showing you in a very, very, very soon little part of the video, if you get what I mean. First of all, I'm gonna show you how I do the outline and the like little shadow for the text. I think YouTube has a button that you can slow it down, so if you want to see it like slower, in a slower like speed, you can do that in the settings of the video in the right like down corner, if you get what I mean. Here I'm adding in the logo, and here you can finally see how I do the logo. So first of all, I add a U that it is kind of similar to the color I want to go for, because otherwise it will look kind of ugly. Then I am selecting all the colored parts of the Star Stable logo. And after that, I take this little, how do you call this, gradient thing? I add in the colors, like I added them in the color thing there. Then I'm just adjusting it to the Star Stable logo and pasting it on here. Oh, and here I go on to the part that I like do the little seal thing on my thumbnail. It was in the right upper corner, if you get what I mean. And I was really struggling. I was like, what is going on? Like, why is it red? And when I selected it, I actually noticed that I had to do it on like a blank little canvas. Okay, so I pasted the picture onto this, and this way I could easily make it like, how do you call that? Make it shine through, like having this little border around it. It's really cute. I'm just taking away all the unnecessary like piece of the picture, if you get what I mean. I am not a pro at editing, but I think I did pretty great on this, to be honest. And now I'm just pasting it onto this little part. If you want to know how to paste it, you simply press Ctrl A on the picture you want to select. Then you press Ctrl C, and then you just go to this picture, my thumbnail that I have here, and press Ctrl V. Then press Ctrl T. So you'll be able to move it and stuff. And like in the left upper corner, like on the program, you see a lot of options and that kind of stuff. And here I'm adding in the hairstyle. I'm also brightening it up a bit so it looks more like realistic, like not realistic, but like more like the picture already, like the thumbnail already was super bright, so I made it brighter so it matched. Then I added the OMG text, which I loved a lot as well. The outline was a bit big, so I made it less big, and I also toned down the shadows a bit because they looked a bit too much as well. Next up, I'm saving it, and that's how I make my thumbnails.
Take care of you.